Cybersecurity awareness and training is not just for big corporations anymore. As you will learn in this brief tutorial, educational institutions and other businesses and organizations with your personal data are being targeted by hackers. We created this tutorial as a way to inform you about the simple yet highly effective ways you can protect your personal information along with our network data. So what is information security? Information security is the act of protecting data and information systems from unauthorized access, modification and disruption, disclosure, corruption, or destruction. Statistics vary on the percentage of attacks being caused by human error. The lowest number I located was over 50%. Our job is to make sure we grow that 5 to 50% so as not to make ourselves vulnerable.
We all see headlines in the news about big Fortune 500 companies getting hacked, getting targeted, even a casino that was hacked through a smart thermometer and a fish tank. But what a lot of people don't know is that they're starting to target hospitals and education and smaller soft targets that might not be as prepared.
Take a look at this infographic. I think this illustrates really well the previous slide. In 2004, you may recall the AOL hack in which 92 million usernames and email addresses were sold to spammers. Fast forward now to 2017 and notice the explosion. Hospitals, social media, the places we all eat and shop at are now targets. So our first topic we'd like to cover with you are basic password guidelines. And a password guideline is something that we highly recommend you follow. Private and used by only one person. It's secret, and in that we mean it's not stored in clear, plain text anywhere, including in Post-it notes, as you will see. That it should contain a combination of upper and lowercase letters, characters, and numbers. And finally, not contain part of your username or other personal information about the user, such as birthdays, children's names, and addresses. Here would be an example of poor password hygiene. So our daughter's name is Charlotte, personal information, and then the next piece of that password would include a number, so I would choose Charlotte 1, then I would add a symbol to that, Charlotte 1 exclamation point, and then it has to have a capital letter, so capital Charlotte 1 exclamation point. This is poor password hygiene because statistics show that hackers will follow patterns, and that creates a pattern, and especially if you see what that password change every 90 days would be me just changing the letter and the character or symbol at the end of my password. So that example of how to create a password, I know we've all been guilty of it. We're encouraging you and recommending that you no longer create passwords that look like that.
So we all know that it's easy to write your password down on a Post-it note so that you don't forget, but this is not something you should be practicing. The following images have been censored to protect those involved, but these are all written passwords, usernames and passwords that we have found in district.
So what we are suggesting is this new term that's being used, and it's creating a passphrase. So that might be an easy to remember yet impossible to guess phrase, such as your favorite lyrics to a song, the title of a book. In our instance, you can see that we used the passphrase Sandy Hill's Days and swapped out A's for symbols and numbers included as part of that password. So again, passphrase is the new term that we're going to be using for creating strong passwords. Phishing is our next topic, and the definition of phishing is simply the fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be from reputable companies in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords and credit card numbers. Now, you've all read and heard me say this, and you think, well, it could never happen to me. But what happens with phishing is that they are dangerously persuasive and change our focus to an urgent request. A statistic that we pulled up was 43% of malware attacks, so that includes viruses and ransomware, which we have been hit with, are happening through phishing emails.
How successful are these attacks? Very, very successful. Recent stats show that 15% of employees in a business setting are likely to click through phishing emails. In an educational setting, that number jumps. Statistics show that around 40% of our own staff that have received phishing emails have clicked on the links, and about 50% of those actually revealed their usernames and passwords and compromised their accounts.
So certainly work to be done on the phishing front. Following are some examples of what a phishing email might look like. So easy, target, restart your Netflix membership, a bank statement that asks you to click on a link to confirm your account, all examples of phishing. And any inquiry to update your personal records, be suspicious.
And if there's an email that says it's from your IT administrators, as that often case phishing attacks come from IT administrator addresses, please verify with the IT department to make sure that we did in fact ask for a password reset or some kind of confirmation on your account, because many times we will notify you ahead of time.
Moving into our last topic, this covers a new term to some of you referred to as social engineering tactics. And again, that is manipulation and luring of people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. We couldn't have done it better than this 3-minute clip by Jimmy Kimmel, so we will turn that over to our video and meet you on the other side.
So back to this hack, this Equifax hack. I mentioned earlier, they may have compromised the information of 143 million Americans, which is a lot of Americans. So in light of this, as a service to the public, we've actually done this before, and it's very effective. We asked people who are passing by our theater today what password they use to protect their personal information. And pay attention, please, because there are a lot of important tips to be shared here.
We are talking to people about the cybersecurity breach at Equifax, and in light of that, we're asking people how secure their internet passwords are. What do you use for an internet password?
You know, I usually stick to my last name. That's probably not the best thing to do, but I usually stick to my last name, a few digits, maybe like a hashtag or something, or...
How do you spell your last name?
Walker.
Walker?
Yeah.
W-A-L-K-E-R?
Yeah.
And then just a few numbers?
Yeah, I probably should have told you that.
And then a hashtag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The numbers, like, what do you use, like your birthday or something, your area code?
Yeah, usually like my birthday.
How old are you?
21.
21? What day are you born?
November. No, the 29th.
29th of November?
Yeah.
So Walker, 11/29/95.
Woo! I probably shouldn't say that, but...
That's okay.
Yeah.
How strong is your internet password?
Strong.
What sort of things do you use?
Capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, characters, everything.
What's a current password you're using?
I don't really want to tell the current password that I'm using, to be honest.
You think I'm a hacker?
Not necessarily. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, like 63XJ9 hat symbol, at symbol, basically. All characters, pretty random assortment, and I just try to memorize.
You use that one?
Yes.
Thank you. What is your internet password that you use for your email?
In and Out 2017.
That was easy.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
My internet password is capital W @TER capital B 0 NG waterbong.
Yeah, we probably could have guessed that one.
My internet password is okay.
Yeah.
Mila for what's MILA64.
Well, that's nice. Now Americans can hack into a Russian
no.
website. No, that'd be fun. Hello, sir. What is your name?
Jerry Reed.
Jerry, where are you from?
Whittier, California.
What do you do out there besides scare school children? How strong is your internet password?
I'd say pretty strong.
Yeah, what sort of things do you use for it?
You know, things that I like.
What sorts of things do you like?
Maybe a dog, an animal, a place I've been, someone I know.
So like Rover mental ward.
Yeah, something like that.
Personal identifiable information, also referred to as PII, that would include what city did you grow up in, what's your dog's name. Oftentimes those are security questions when you're setting up new accounts. What high school did you attend? We're asking you to be very cautious. Again, that's that social engineering tactic. That's information that a hacker could easily piece together and put a full picture of your online profile together.
So what do we do as the IT department to protect you and your data? These are some of the safeguards we have in place. Obviously, we have many, many layers of security, but all of this really means nothing if these other fundamentals are not in place. If you leave your password on a Post-it note somewhere where somebody walking by can see it, if you leave your computer unlocked in your room and somebody walking by walks up and compromises your account, all of these things mean nothing. So really, we need to get these fundamentals in place to protect all of our data.
What should you do in the case of a compromised account or device? You notify our help desk, which is help@hfcsd.org. Our extension is 4357, and we ask that you please do not attempt to investigate the incident or delete any information. This is a phrase that we hear a lot in the world of bullying. If you see something, please say something. Remember to stop, think, and connect, and we will leave you with this quote.
If you're the CEO of a company and you're dumb enough to put your login on a Post-it note on your desk, then it's not a hack, it's barely even social engineering, it's more like natural selection. That is from Silicon Valley on HBO.
Thank you everyone for your time and attention. Please proceed with the few questions following on the Google form.